Imagine that you are observing a train moving in the right direction from the ground. Okay, and some passenger from the train throws certain object from the window of that train. Okay, and this object's motion will appear for you to be like this. Okay, like this. So this motion of the object is called as projectile motion, and that object is called as projectile. So let me write over here the projectile. So what is a projectile? Projectile is an object which moves only under the influence of gravitational force, and there is a horizontal x component, that is the horizontal component of uniform velocity. Okay, so whatever velocity the train has, this object will have that horizontal velocity, and apart from that it is falling under the influence of gravitational force alone. Okay, so the acceleration due to gravity is only present and no horizontal acceleration. So there is nothing that is propelling this object in the right direction. Only acceleration is in y direction, like this, downward y direction. Another example can be thought of like this. Suppose suppose there is an aeroplane. Okay, so how does an aeroplane look? It's like this, maybe. Okay, so if I drop a bomb from the aeroplane, then it will follow a path like this. Okay, so this motion possessed by this bomb is called as projectile motion, and this bomb is a projectile if you observe it from the ground. So this projectile is only moving under the influence of the gravitational force, the gravitational acceleration in the downward direction, and the horizontal constant velocity. So there is nothing that is propelling it towards the x direction, that is the right direction. So such an object which moves only under the influence of gravitational force with the constant uniform velocity in the x direction is called as projectile. So of course the y direction motion is not a uniform motion. Okay, we will come back to that in detail later. So another example you can think of is the motion because of motion of a water streamline, like water stream coming out from the container which has a hole in it, right? If I take a container and put a hole, then the water will come like this. So this is also an example of projectile motion. Another example can be a shooting of a gun. Okay, shooting of a bullet. So if I shoot a bullet from this gun, it will follow a certain path like this. So this bullet is propelled forward in a it is not propelled forward by any force. Okay, once it comes out, there is no force acting on it. Of course, we are neglecting the air resistance, but this is the uniform velocity in the x direction, and in y direction downwards there is gravitational force alone. So this is also a projectile. So in the next video, what I will be doing is I will be analyzing this projectile motion in more detail. Okay.